From the universal flu vaccine to gravitational waves and nanoparticles, we're telling you about the 3 top science stories of 2017 you might have missed and how they will impact the future of science. Good morning. We've got Lee-Ying here. You're with the Ontario Science Centre, which is open today and it's warm.
Yes, it's a great activity for kids indoors on these brutally cold days.
Yeah, let's talk about the first one. This is huge. The universal flu vaccine. One flu shot could potentially offer you lifelong protection, even if it mutates?
Yes, which is great. So the researchers at McMaster University, what they've done is they've looked at the structure of a cell, of a flu virus, and by looking at the flu virus, they realized that the proteins on the surface are like the shape of a lollipop, and it's the head of that lollipop that keeps on changing, like the flavor of it keeps on changing. Yeah. However, the one part that doesn't change is the stem. So what we could do is create maybe a headless virus with these stems known as protein stalks, and by attacking those stems, even if the virus mutates on the top, we're still attacking the virus.
So it might be enough to kill the flu virus off or have your body able to defend it year after year.
So, you take the one shot because your body's able to attack and defend itself against these flu viruses.
Which is amazing news because we keep hearing about that impending pandemic that might strike, and so this would avoid all that, potentially.
Hopefully. Yeah, potentially. So tests haven't been done on humans yet, but that is coming in the near future. But this is revolutionary.
Okay.
Because a lot of the times they're trying to figure out which strain is going to be coming out each year. So they just sort of take a stab at it and say, we think this is going to be the one, maybe it hits, maybe it doesn't.
Yes.
This would alleviate that guesswork.
Which is great. So that's incredible.
He's wearing a really cool, you can't see it, Star Wars belt, and you guys were talking about your love for all things Star Wars, so this one's for you.
Yes, so gravitational waves, this was a theory that Einstein came up with.
Yeah.
And so what's the big news about this?
So what was happening is in August 17th, there was 2 neutron stars that collided and they merged, and this created ripples in the fabric of space-time. So basically what's happening is it's creating gravitational waves, and we have gravitational wave detectors in the United States that detected these waves. What's great about this is that usually we detect black holes, but we can't see them. With this event, we're able to see the neutron stars collide, and from that we got lots of information, confirmed a lot of theories.
So what's the biggest piece of information we got out of that?
Oh gosh, there's so much information. In fact, 1/3 of the world's scientists, sorry, I should say astronomers, were actually looking at this event. And what was really great is that we learned about measuring the expansion of the universe. We learned where heavier elements such as gold, uranium, lead came from. Those were just theories. Yeah, it came from this huge collision. In fact, a collision created as much gold equivalent to the mass of the Earth. It's incredible.
Wow, that's insane.
Yeah. So.
And you were saying one of the reasons it didn't make headlines is because it was happening around the eclipse time. Yeah. So that was gobbling up all of the headlines.
Yeah, eclipse the eclipse. So, I mean, still made some headlines, but I think it's the dawn of multi-messenger astronomy, which is using different detection devices to detect one event, which is awesome.
Last but not least, nanoparticles. We're talking about, again, this resistance. The strains are becoming stronger to any sort of drug and antibiotic. They're talking about perhaps a post-antibiotic resistant future. So how do you combat that with nanoparticles?
So with nanoparticles, scientists in Colorado, they can engineer something called quantum dots. These are very, very small superconductors. To give you an idea of how small they are, you could fit about 20,000 of them over the width of a human hair.
Okay.
Wow.
So they're very, very small, about 3 nanoparticles. And what these quantum dots do is when they're subjected to light, they release a chemical. So if we put these in your body, it releases this chemical. It can react with your oxygen in your water, creating something called superoxides. And these superoxides are absorbed by the bad bacteria, the superbugs, and it causes a chemical imbalance and either kills them off, or if they're distributed with another antibiotic, it can help that antibiotic fight the virus.
So you become Wolverine. You heal from within.
Yeah, bacteria. Yeah, exactly.
This is amazing.
I was thinking it's more like the flanking attack. If your antibiotic is coming through the front, it's just swinging around the side.
Exactly. So these are like
the
additional
Trojan horse disguised as carrying. Oh my gosh, it never ends, the analogies. Go check it out, everybody. The Ontario Science Centre is open every day except for Christmas Day. Yeah. So enjoy and learn, and this is some good news. You excited? Did you learn a lot today?
I learned a lot of stuff.
We'll be back with more VT right after this. Nanoparticles, nano, right?